Let's go. Can we talk? It's good. Well, hello, Suzanne.
Hello, Michel.
So you came out of a dry fast of 7 days a few days ago. 3, 4 days, I believe.
4 days, yes, I am.
4 days, so back to eating. And then I wanted to see a little bit how it went for you. So I like to have people who have absolutely no experience with fasting. So I think you were encouraged by a friend into this dry fast a bit. You didn't really know what was going to happen. So no knowledge in fasting, not too much knowledge perhaps in the field of natural medicine, naturopathy. So you came here a bit, well, you didn't really know. So my first question is, how did it go? I imagine you had some apprehensions upon arriving. So, this is how it went for you. 7 days is no small feat. It's truly a health retreat, a preventive cure we're doing. So for a first dry fast, it's really the week. It's 7 days. It's truly a complete cure. 7 days is a successful cure. So, I wanted to know, tell us about your experience. I believe you had some visible results right after the dry fast, which is quite interesting. So, I'll let you speak.
Absolutely. So it was a friend who told me about it. Her name is Therese, who is quite focused on everything related to fasting and health. She really got me interested in the subject. She told me she was going. And out of curiosity, I bought your book.
It was,
Which allowed me to have a more comprehensive view of fasting, its benefits, the before and the after. It was quite interesting and it reassured me. That's why I decided to do it. It was completely unknown territory. I knew absolutely nothing about nature, naturopathy, dry fasting and all that. But with the book I was convinced and I thought I'll embark on the adventure. There are so many benefits that it's a shame to miss out. It was truly an opportunity. So I fortunately got, luckily, a spot. I fortunately got a spot.
became available at the last moment. Yeah,
It was
it's
freed at the last moment. So I signed up. At the start, there was preparation, as clearly noted in the instructions you sent us. So I prepared myself more than a month in advance. I really prepared for the fast, and upon arriving here, I had no apprehension. However, I did have a slightly swollen lymph node, and I let it be. It wasn't easy those 7 days. We went through 3-4 days. The 5th became difficult. The 6th was a little more complicated, but it remained quite doable. I really expected something much more complicated. So, on the 7th day, I went out, and then I no longer had that swelling in the lymph node area. A pleasant surprise. Afterwards, knowing that we were welcomed by a team that was very caring. So it's not just anything. Really, there's you, the naturopath, who will bring us knowledge, who will provide us with advice. There's Marie Christine, who supports us with kindness on the psychological and emotional levels. In fact, a completely pure vision, I would say, and it has brought me a lot. There's the masseuse who performs energy treatments, which was magical. There's also Lydia who prepares the meals for the recovery. So it's truly a very complete team and always attentive. There was the monitoring of vital signs that was done every day. There was the gaze of a compact nature that watched over each person and that detected when something was wrong. And it's thanks to that too that I came. It's thanks to that I came. because I thought we're not just left to fend for
normal.
ourselves. It's not just anything. The review was done. The advice was given. We have a question. We are waiting for another answer. There was also the Schumann platform that was made available to
Yeah.
us. There is the Shimashin that was made available to us, and that's still
Not bad.
The idyllic setting, the magical temperatures, and then you also offered us, and we were free to access it or not, yoga, meditation, talking circles if we wanted, walks, silent walks, walks in general. We truly created a synergy within the team that uplifted us all, and I think that's why I went to Saijo.
There was
Yes,
a
exactly.
kindness that perhaps you felt carried you.
Exactly. And then there was simplicity. There was no judgment. So everyone opened up. I think we're going to stay in touch, that's for sure. We're all going to stay in touch.
Which is quite rare for workshops in general, as people don't necessarily see each other again. As I always say, here you've created bonds for life from what you've all experienced. It was a very emotional retreat.
Indeed, there are many emotional releases that are. So I am absolutely delighted. And I am, of course, looking forward to the benefits that will follow. I will follow the advice to the letter. Well, to the letter, yes, I will follow it. Because sometimes there are small mishaps, but always in well-being and never with force. Never anything with force, never anything with obligation. I really appreciated it. Thank you very much for all of this.
Okay, thank you. Would you recommend it to people who don't necessarily have knowledge, or to people with conditions, or to those who want to take preventive measures? How would you recommend it if you had a word to say to them? Who might hold back thinking there are believers? No, but it's dangerous. Fasting is dangerous. You with your words, your simplicity, perhaps your lack of knowledge, how would you communicate it to them? What would you tell them? Well, go ahead.
First, I will talk to them about my
That-
experience, which was completely. It wasn't prepared, there was no belief beforehand, there was nothing before. I really came with the desire to discover, and then the benefits it brings, and I've already talked about it. And I know people who have conditions today to whom I will speak about it without forcing them, but I think it's important that
This knowledge be shared with the world. Okay?
They can know it indeed, that they can know it without necessarily convincing them. And the seed that is planted can always bring health to a person later on. It develops.
All right, so thank you very much. And I was also delighted to meet you, and then thank you for this testimony that sums up a bit of what we've all experienced here. So thank you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.